fun today? Oh, thank goodness!
Part of what I do as Miss Oklahoma is I go from school to school and I deliver a motivational presentation, if you will. And what's beautiful about the Miss Oklahoma organization is that I have the freedom to decide what I want to talk about. I talk about random acts of kindness.
So a random act of kindness that I can do is I can write somebody a note. And I can maybe hide it on their desk or in their locker or on their backpack. And they might not know who it's from, but it might say, "You are amazing."
My random act of kindness is giving them a hug.
I talk about being a nerd, which is kind of my theme. A nerd is an acronym that I made up, and it's also because I was made fun of for being a nerd when I was younger.
When I was in the 5th and 6th grade, I was made fun of for a lot of things. People were not very nice to me. One of the things they called me was a giraffe because I was tall. We want to know what my favorite animal is? A giraffe. I love being tall.
She says what's good and what's not right. The bullying is bad. Kindness is awesome. Like if you treat a person nice, that's the way they're gonna treat you. If not, they're not your friend. Just walk away.
I loved school and I loved science, and I was a high school science teacher before I was Miss Oklahoma, so I love to really advocate for STEM and science, and so I make a nerd a really positive thing.
The N stands for the E stands for R stands for and D stands for.
When I was younger, I always thought that my story or my circumstances that I was never good enough, and a lot of people even reminded me that I was not good enough. And so usually when a student comes up to me, whether they're telling me that they are contemplating suicide, or they have a really strenuous home scenario, or they are struggling at school, or there's something else, the best thing that I can do is listen. Number one is that I can listen. If somebody who they think is important listens to them and closes their mouth and opens their ears, that's the best gift that I can give them. And if I can give them a hug and remind them that they are enough exactly as they are, they don't have to make a grade, they don't have to do anything, they are enough, then they automatically feel loved and they automatically feel empowered, and they feel like they can turn around in whatever scenario that they are in and move forward and be better than that. And that's ultimately my message. And if I can do that for one student out of 450, then my job's done.